Alrighty, well, hello. Hi. And welcome to the Brothers Slim. This is Cam, continuing my solo Kingdom Death People of the Stormlit Lantern campaign, going on to, I think there's a typo in the stream title tonight, but that's okay. Lantern Year 4, if I recall correctly, facing off against the aptly named Butcher for the very first time. There he is in all his maiming, trophy-taking glory. So a bit of a fun little kit bash on him, and yeah, he's gonna wreck us. Is is my thought. um, First time fighting a nemesis monster, which is gonna be really exciting and hopefully not diabolically gruesome. Let's see how that goes. He's got some interesting traits and stuff in play, which is gonna be my first time playing with traits. We have dreaded trophies. When a survivor dies, place their miniature on this card, and he gets a bonus depending on how many people there are. And to show off the art on the card because it is gruesomely beautiful. Maybe just more gruesome, but it's still pretty cool. And then Berserk. Draw +1 AI for every monster turn. That sounds fun. And lastly, Fast Targets. At the beginning of each monster turn, reshuffle the Butcher's hit location deck. Includes discard. So yeah, it's kind of like the first one that's got some more stuff going on. His hit location deck is a lot smaller than the previous monsters too, so gonna be curious about that. What does it all mean and stuff? Then you've also got this in play as a survivor status card. Infectious Lunacy. When you suffer brain damage, gain lunacy tokens equal to the damage suffered. When you have 3+ tokens, remove them and suffer the frenzy brain trauma. So I looked it up, and it means if you get that, you can't spend survival anymore, but you do get +1, I think, speed and strength or something like that. So kind of a give and take. But yeah, we have tonight facing off the great Arluzidin II. This is our boy Hugh. Hugh here. That's the word I'm looking for. He's not kitted out as dressed tonight, but that's cool. He's wearing a full set of rawhide. And then we have representing a lady. This is our dear murderous Shalash. Kind of using her as a sacrificial lamb tonight. That's the hope, at least. And then we have Yasna with the catgut bow. Pretty cool. And pulled out one of the starting survivors to represent Wit. He's going to be using the whisker something harp and some other stuff. So support character for sure. But yeah, let's I guess hop right into it. So because this is a nemesis encounter, there is no hunt phase or anything like that. And figured out I'm still learning how to use the scribe app properly. There's a few things that I wasn't doing correct, and a few things that I think I was also doing incorrectly, but it was benefiting me in ways when it shouldn't have, and vice versa too. So still learning that, but I think we're getting there. In the meantime, yeah, let's hop to it with this fight. We have the Butcher encounter, and we'll start things off just showing off once again gruesome, but very stunning, very cool art. And just a quick little intro to the character. There was once a man who could not hide his fear. He wore a mask that transformed his cowardice to rage. In turn, the man transformed into a monster. All that remained was a devouring fury that stalked the night, collecting the fearful faces of others. Dark and gruesome for sure. So nemesis encounter, do not have a hunt phase. Yep, level 1, and set up the showdown accordingly. Okay, well, yeah, I guess we just hop right to it, in which case, let's see, I'm just going to shove that there. These. Cool. Well, yeah, I think this is all set. So let's go ahead and see what this Butcher does. Remembering that he's drawing an extra AI every single turn, so we're just going to go ahead and draw 2 to start. Hugh, followed by Gaze of Truth. Okay, well, let's start with you. Excuse me, pick target, closest threat in facing. Okay, and what's his move? He moves 5. Okay. Well, in that case, I do believe he's going to menace, most likely. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, he can't get close enough, so I guess he's just going to stay put and menace. What does menace do? Turn the butcher to face the closest survivor. This survivor suffers 1 brain damage per monster level. That's going to be between these two. Let's just go ahead and roll the dice. 6 and up will be Shalosh. Shalosh suffers 1 brain damage. And let's see. Okay, lunacy tokens. +1. So luckily, Shalosh is quite insane. Going down to 6 insanity. And then just going to mark the tokens. Let's see. One. Okay. Well, that's not too bad. That's Hugh completed. And Gaze of Truth. Pick target, closest threat facing. Okay, so once again, can't get into range here, so I guess he's just gonna menace once more. Very, very interesting. Alright, well, same idea. Let's do same dice roll. So that's a 2. That's gonna be a brain damage on our Luzadin. Don't mind me just reading something really quick. Okay, yeah, so that is the correct call here, I do believe. Put that there. And our Luzadin. The second, I should be saying. 1 brain damage. 1 lunacy. All right. Well, I mean, as far as first turns go, very, very scary, but it could be scarier as well. Okay, let's see. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oops, this was supposed to be like this. My apologies. Just gonna shuffle those because that's where I had them placed originally. And yes. Okay, let's move these fellows. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I just want to check one thing. With our Luzadin. Luzadin's gear. Is there anything that he would want to do with his gear? I think he's going to spend his action since he... Oh, I guess he can do the bone darts. Let's do an attack. That sounds good. He's got bone darts. All right. So, in this case, with the bone darts, hitting on a 7. Not hitting? That's okay. Oh, do you have extra speed? Let me just check. No speed, evasion, and accuracy. So it would have been a 6, but that's still a miss. That's all right. So that is their turn done. Is there anything that Shalosh can do? No. That's right. But she is in the range of fire, which is kind of what we're looking for here. Let's see one thing. See if I misplayed this or not. No, that is good. Okay, well, let's move. Actually, first, I'm going to use the Cat Eye Circlet using a new item for the first time, which is an action to reveal the next 3 monster hit locations and put them back in any order. Very, very cool. Let's take a look and see what we get. Furious Bellow, Furious Gut, and Furious Scrag. Okay, so that one's got a critical wound. Oh, that's very interesting. This is the only butcher hit location with a critical wound effect, and thus the only location that can be critically wounded. Ooh, Ooh, very curious. Then what do we have here? A failure and a reflex. A reflex would happen no matter what. And then this one has a action basically no matter what, 2 on a wound or a fail. A crit, nothing would happen there. I just want to check one thing. Mighty Striker. I don't know what Mighty Strike does, but I'm kind of curious about it. And I do have a Founding Stone equipped. So you know what? I think that's going to change my plan a little bit here. Let's put the Furious Scrag on the top, and then I'm not too concerned about the other two. So let's go with this order. Cool. That's an interesting mechanic. And then going to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's going to go there. So he is out of sight for now. Also, as an aside, don't mind my voice. It's a little scratchy this evening from lots of fun, festive things going on lately. So hopefully it keeps out for the whole night of streaming and chit-chatting to myself and others. Okay, so that is what's turn done. Super cool. And now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's start things off with the Founding Stone. So I'm going to spend an action to sling the stone from anywhere on the board and archive this gear. Take that out to gain an automatic critical hit, which is very exciting. Over there for now, just out of the way. And so we know that we hit, which is cool. And in fact, we know that we crit. So we know that it's not going to kill the fellow. But we do shock him and gain a Mighty Strike fighting art. So one moment, and let me just take a look-see in the box for that. Okay. Fingers crossed, there it is, that this is something that can be used with ranged attacks. That is the hope. I was tempted to use the app because you can kind of randomize and just pick these fighting arts in various cards through the app, but it's just awesome being able to see all of the various art on display, so still drawing the cards. Pretty cool. On a perfect hit, gain +2 strength until the end of the attack. Nice. As long as I remember that, that'll be pretty sweet. Put that just over there, out of the way for now. And let's put that on Jasna. Mighty Strike. Okay, well, that is pretty cool. So we put that back in hit escape location discard. We add a card to the wound stack. And then we're going to move her. So she's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I think the extra accuracy is going to be a benefit. So let's move her there. Okay, so kind of setting up the range people for next turn. And now I'm going to adjust the camera so it's a little bit straighter since everybody's on the board. Huzzah. All right, well, now we shuffle the hit locations, including the discard. Because it's the beginning of the monster's turn. Not going to go too crazy, just going to do the 1. Just shuffle around a little bit in hand. There we go. All right, well, drawing 2 AI cards. Hack. And Infinite Kick. Okay, so starting with Hack. Pick target, closest threat and facing. Let's go. Boom. Right up to Shalosh. 2 speed. It's going to be 6+ accuracy because we are in the tall grass. And bleeding tokens. Less fun there. So let's see. 6+ accuracy. Yep, that'll be 2 hits. Do I want to dodge one? I'm kinda... Oh no, she can't spend... she can't spend survival. Okay, well, let's see what happens. So, Van Damage. The chest and the chest. So that's going to be 2 to the body, both being a damage apiece. So that is a serious wound to the chest, knocking her down. And she gains 2 bleeding tokens for her troubles. Fun. Ouch. Major League ouch. Okay. And then the next card. Oops. One bleeding token, not two. Not one per attack, just one for the entire card. Bringing us to Infinity Kick. Closest threat facing, closest threat. In which case that will be our boy, our lose it in here. Ooh, there's a drawn AI card on this. Oh man. This is basic. What the heck, Brown? Okay, so 2 dice, 6+ once again. Okay, that's just gonna be one hit. Our Lucidin does have survival. I think I'm gonna take that and dodge just so I don't take any of the knockback or anything. Then he draws another AI card. Oh my goodness, this thing is terrifying. Embrace the pain. Mood. When Embrace the Pain comes into play, draw an AI. When the Butcher is wounded, place 1 token on this card. At the start of each monster turn, if Embrace the Pain has 2+ tokens, remove all tokens and perform a basic action. Okay, well that is kind of similar to some stuff in Trespass, and it's not fun. This guy's evil. When Embrace the Pain comes into play, draw an AI. So we draw another one. Oh my goodness. Ew. Closest threat facing. Oh. Okay, 1 dice, 5+. Nice. That is a miss. We love to see that. And oh my goodness, that was a terrifying turn. Okay. Well. I think I'm going to rules as written, I suppose. It would be a little bit belatedly, but I think I'm going to spend a survival on Jasna just to get our dear friend here standing back up. And I do have Surge, which I cannot forget about. And I do have a cool harp to play, so I think I might do that. See if I can get rid of this horrible mood we have in play. So Whisker Harp, Strum, roll the d10. On a result of 6+, discard 1 mood card currently in play. So we're going to go ahead and do that to start. 6+, 6+. Fated to be. So we shall discard the mood. No mood for thee, Mr. Butcher. No mood for thee. Okay. For Jasna here, she's going to spend her action to get up on top of the rock here. And it's just going to get to there. That should be there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, she's just going to stay a little bit closer to being range. And this fellow, belatedly, I should have just done that reverse, but that's okay. Falls to it, that's fine. It's just going to move into the tall grass to have the extra evasion. I don't think I'm going to move either of these two into the blind spot, just because I'm terrified of... I feel like I just need the evasion. I think I really lucked out with having the tall grass. So, who to start with? Let's go ahead and do our boy, our lose it in. So he's going to try and connect with the Fist and Teeth for his mastery. And so that means 2 dice, 8+, because he doesn't have... Oh, he does have an accuracy, so it's actually going to be 6+. That's something. Just need to get some more strength on him. Okay, so this is going to be 7+ to hit. Just going to confirm. Yep, 2 dice, 7+. Oh, yeah, no speed, so 2 dice, 7+. Oh, we do hit once. And what do we connect with? We connect with the Furious Belly Reflex. The Butcher unleashes a deep guttural roar. Unless attacker is deaf or has 3+ courage, they suffer brain damage equal to the monster's level and are knocked down. Reflex, I just need to check the rule zone really quick. I can't remember if it's identical to Trespass, in which case it happens after we wound or if we don't wound, or if it just happens right now. So I'm just going to go check that out quick. In the rule book, rewards, resolve, reveal, reflex. Okay, happens regardless, but my assumption is, given the writing, that it happens after the wound roll. In which case, we don't have much strength here, so what do we need to hit this fellow? Ooh, 9! So we need a natural 9 on the dice, but a 9 on the dice does actually crit too. So, yes. Let's see if we can get a 9 or higher. No. Okay, so Furious Bellow. Unless the attacker is deaf or has 3 plus courage, how much courage does our Lucidin have? 2, alas. They suffer brain damage equal to the monster's level and are knocked down. So, there we go. He's now up to 2 lunacy. There we go. Okay, so that means I think I want to spend his other survival relatively soon because he's going to lose the ability to do so. Okay, that is his turn, and he is knockety downity. Let's go ahead with Shalosh next. And Shalosh has the bone axe. Shalosh, and she does have an extra strength here too. Excuse me, Mom. So the bone axe is 2 dice, looking for 6 plus to hit. Oh, 0 hits. That's a bummer. Oh, I feel like this is not a good fellow to whiff on, but that's that is the way she goes. All right, well, let's discard that, and then we're back in the butcher's turn. In which case, we're going to be drawing 2 AI cards. Just going to draw them both, just to make sure that they are on hand. Wild Carve, closest threat facing. So this is Shalosh, 2 dice. Going to be 6 pluses to hits, 1 damage, and there's going to be bleeding. All sufferers adjacent to the monster suffer 1 damage to a random patient. Yeah, this guy's terrifying. Definitely a step up from the previous fights with the White Lion, that's for sure. All right, so 2 dice, 6 plus. He misses both. We like to see that. And then all survivors adjacent to the monster suffer a damage to a random location. So let's roll this for our Lucidin, the dome piece. Head armor is down to 1 on our Lucidin. Okay, and that is the end of Wild Carve, bringing us to another Wild Carve. What are the chances? Okay, so same idea. It's going to be 2 dice hitting on 6s. 1 hit. Double check this. Yep. 1 damage and a bleeding token. Let's see where she gets it. The body. Oh, not again. So that means she gets knocked down. Ouch. Okay. This means I get to roll on the Happy Fun Table of Doom. Let's grab the book over here. Happy Fun Doom table for Zibate. 4. Gaping chest wound. Suffer 1 permanent strength. Ugh. Okay. Let's do this thing. So Shalosh goes down to 0 strength. Bummer. Gets a bleed token. Also bummer. Okay, well, that is the gaping wound, but then target gains another bleeding token, so she's up to bleed 3. 2 more, and she's just dead. Okay, well, let's put that table out, because I think we're going to be using that again soon. And this is the same card, so... Oh, I missed adding a bleed to our Lucidin last time, but let's see where he gets hit this time. The hands. Hands that bleed in this case. So armor goes down to 1, and 2 bleed tokens on our Lucidin. Okay. You can't encourage yourself. I do remember that. Well, let's go back to our turn. So that wasn't his next turn, so they don't get to stand up. Which is a bit of a bummer, but that's okay. So, who do I want to go with first? I think probably the Catgut bow. It's either that or. Questions. I'm kind of regretting putting her up here now because this grass is amazing. But let's stick with it. We've made our bed and we are sticking with it. So he's going to move here. And is he in range to use the bone darts? 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes. So let's do the bone darts first. Which is not a strong survivor yet. In fact, he has 0 attributes, so this is just going to be a... Oh, is it worthwhile to even do that? The chances of hitting are super low. No mood. Yeah, I'm just going to go for it. So needing a 7+ to hits. Getting it. And then needing a... we do have some strength at least, so that's something. Needing a 6 to wound. Nice. We do wound. I should have drawn this card first. Just my luck, it'll be trap. Nope, that's something. Oh, but there's a zone of death. Let's see. Let's get that in view. So the Furious Shoulder. So we do wound, so we're just going to go ahead and get rid of an AI card now. The Butcher spins violently, smashing everything around it. All survivors in the zone of death suffer bash and knockback 5. So bash is being knocked down, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ouch. Okay, that is part of this turn done. Then bringing us to the lady with the bow, Yasna. If you hear me interplay Yasna and Jasna, it's because from reading the book, I always read this character's name as Jasna. However, the official pronunciation in the audiobooks is Yasna. And I'm always torn on which one I agree with more. Okay. So yeah, this is going to be a straight up bow attack. So we do have extra accuracy at least from being on the stone base. 2+ range and +2 accuracy. So it's going to be 5 to hit. That's kind of awesome. So yeah, let's do 2 dice. And looking for 5s. Okay, that is 1. Let's see what we're trying to connect with. Oh, there's the trap. There it is. Trap. Reshuffle hit location deck. Explodes in a burst of ferocity. Zone of Malice. The attacker is doomed. All survivors in the Zone of Malice gain a bleeding token and knockback 5. Perform basic action against the attacker. Okay, so at least the Zone of Malice doesn't trigger anything. For his basic attack, he's going to move, in which he moves 5. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 4, whatever that was to get there. And I'm just going to take a look at this terrain. I'm pretty sure the Butcher will just ignore it, but let's see. Obstacle, interrupts field of view. Don't need to worry about that in this case. Impassable. Yeah, so it's just going to be a normal straight up thing here. So 2 dice, hitting on 4s. That's 2 hits. And there's going to be bleeding. Fun. So let's see where she gets it. The body and the hands. Okay, body takes a light wounds, and the hands take a light wounds, but she's otherwise okay. And then there's a bleeding token added as well. So we got everybody in the club bleeding out. That's all right. That's okay. Yeah. This is a huge step up in difficulty from the previous fights, which, hey, pretty cool. Like the white line, I definitely have felt like I've had its number the last 2 times fighting it. This one, I don't think anyone's going to come out alive at this stage, but we'll see. Okay, hit locations all shuffled. And those guys don't get to stand up, which is a bummer. Okay, well, back to the Butchers go. Very aptly named indeed. So drawing 2 cards. Screaming. When screaming comes into play, all non-deaf survivors suffer 1 brain damage per monster level. Then there's a flow. At the start of the Butcher's turn, all non-deafers discard if screaming if a survivor dies. So the harp is super clutch in this fight, as long as it works. So here's hoping it continues to work. So 1 brain damage per monster level. Jasmine takes a heavy brain injury and is knocked down. For a serious injury, doesn't need to roll on the table of fun yet. Our Lucidin loses their last insanity. Shalash goes down to 5 insanity. And then Wit is also knocked down. That's a bummer. So this means no threats at all. Everyone's knocked down. And then everyone gains a lunacy from this too. Lunacy. Our Lucidin, I think this is going to put him up to 3, so he doesn't get to use his last survival. Dang. Okay, 3 lunacy. Okay. So we're no longer at the start of its turn, so this mood is now just in play. And we're going to go to the next AI card, which is Devour Lantern. Closest threat facing. So we don't currently have any threats because everyone's knocked down. No target is, I guess we'll just go straight on to Menace. I am curious what this can do, though. Target loses their lantern. They gain -3 extra tokens and lose all survival. If this is the last remaining survivor, they die. Creepy. All right, well, let's just do Menace because no one is a threat. Turns to face the closest survivor. Already doing so. They suffer 1 brain damage per monster level. In which case, that's going to be going on Jasna. Oh, this is going to be a... I'm just going to add the lunacy going up to 2 lunacy. And this is going to be a happy, fun Table of Doom for the brain. Definitely glad I kept it open this page. And just appreciate the art as I feel like this is all of my survivors currently. Okay. Let us roll to see what happens. 5. That can't be too bad, right? Dangerous seizure. You thrash about wildly, dealing 1 damage to yourself and every adjacent survivor. Luckily there's none. Gain a random disorder and 1d5 insanity. So having the die roll. Rounding up to 1. And then a disorder. Let's go ahead and draw a disorder. Just to get the deck out quick. I'll give it one quick little shuffly. And see what Yasna gets. Indecision. Past decisions haunt you ceaselessly. You are crippled by indecision, and even the most trivial choices grip you with terror. If you are the event revealer of hunt events that call on you to make a roll twice and use the lower result. Oof. Well, we'll see if she survives this fight. Indecision. Indecision. There we go. Would have been nice to gain more than 1 insanity, but that's okay. 2 lunacy, we already added that. All right, book, you go back there. Okay. Well. Now at least we all stand up. Stand these 2 up, which will be coming back on the map in a moment. Stand these 2 up. This might be a misplay on her, but that's okay. I think we're gonna die here anyway, so oh well. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is there anything that these 2 can do? Or lose it in? What you got? So you are infectiously suffer the frenzy brain trauma. Let's go back to frenzy and see what that is. I literally just read it. Okay, so I'm gonna add some insanity. 1, 2, 3. And then we can't use survival anymore. You may not use weapon specialization or mastery. That's okay. I'm sure we can still gain it. Ignore slow and melee weapons. Gain +1 speed and +1 strength. Well, we do want strength. Trying to get to. There's a certain spot that says bonus. Is it on the main one? Wait, I was here. First gear, once per lifetime. Loadout. That's okay. I guess tokens it shall be. Yeah, I'm just going to put it in sheet and try to remember. Oh, temporary. There we go. Awesome. Temporary strength and a temporary speed. Awesome. There we go. So I do believe he does have the bone darts. Yes, he does. So let's go with him first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's kind of awesome. He can get back there. And then bone darts is going to be 2 dice because of the additional speed. Hitting on 6s. Yeah, it'll be 1 hit. And we are connecting with the Furious Greaves. So reflex, that'll happen no matter what. But let's see if we wound. Starting off with, so +1 strength, adding 4 to this, so only needing a 5+. Ugh, bummer. Reflex, full move towards the attacker, don't move if already adjacent. He's going to come over here. You know what? That actually works in our favor. Awesome. Next up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, let's do it. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now we are going with Shalosh here. Oh, speaking of Shalosh, I'm pretty sure I've been misplaying a disorder that she's got. Instinct. Menace. Okay, never mind. It's not. I don't think Instinct Menace is an Intimidate action, so I think we're okay. Okay, well, let's go ahead and attack here. So 2 dice hitting on 6s. 0 hits. Next up is going to be a all-important Whisker Harp roll. So looking for a 6+. Nice. So the screaming is kiboshed. Nasty, nasty card. Just as this creature just screams, running around murdering us. The Soothing Harp calms it down. Amazing. And then next up is going to be Shalosh, which, nope, you did your action. I think you're going to stay put where you are. And so, oh, come on. Is Shalosh. Jaznad. let's do it. Okay, oh, you know what I've been forgetting to do with her, and I'm going to do now, is the clawhead arrow. Let's go ahead and do that now. So 1 dice hitting on 6+. A perfect hit. Not only does it get the clawhead arrow effect, but her new mighty strike is going to come into play. That's awesome. Okay, if you hit the monster gains -1 evasion token. Awesome. I'm going to grab that token just because I think I might forget that. Uno moment. -1 evasion. That's awesome. Okay, so we just need to check and see. Mighty Striker, perfect hit, gain 2+ strength until the end of the attack. That's fantastic. So we're adding 8 strength to this attack roll, and we've got an +1 to hit him the rest of the fight. That is good news. That's the first good news of this whole fight. Check. Yes, so adding 8s to this roll. I think that's just a miss. That sucks. Because it would be add 8 to it, getting 9, but I'm pretty sure, just going to double check the rules. If you, yeah, that's a miss. That's the way all these games work. Oh, good news. Kiboshed. Oh, bummer. Okay. Well, that's my turn. Bringing us to its go. It's needing to shuffle a still sizable AI deck. I think in 2 or 3 turns now, we've only managed to do 2 wounds to it. Okay. Let's see what we get. Starting off with Infinite Kick. Closest threat facing. Okay, so that would be our lose it in. Do we want him to take it? Yeah, he's in the grass. He'll take it. So 2 dice hitting on 6s. 1 hit. Can't spend his survival anymore. That's too bad. Ooh! Yeah, that was a Lantern 10. That would be a hit anyways. He's got +1 evasion, so it would actually be 7s to hit. But that's okay. It has happened. So where does he get hit? The hands. The hands go down to 0 armor. After damage, knockback 5, and is the priority target. I forgot about that last time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and then next one, Devour Lantern. She back. So that's going to be our lose it in over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. Perfecto. 2 dice. 5+. Gonna remember that evasion this time. Ugh. I've got so many, not that it matters for him, but so many Lantern 10s to hit my own guys. Okay. Oh, the accuracy piece. That stinks. Yeah, I can't do anything about that either. Bummer. So -2 accuracy. Bummer. Okay. Devour Lantern is done at least. Ouch. Which brings it back to our turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nice. She is just barely still in range. That's something. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Getting to here. He's going to go ahead and use his bone darts. So 1 dice. And -2 to hit, which means needing a 9 to hit. Ouch. Nope. Okay. Well, next up, let's go with... I think it's going to have to be... So let me just thinking here. I think I'm going to use an action to do the cut circlet and see what's coming up next here. 1, 2, 3. So we have Furious Vambraces, Furious Blow, and Butcher's Mask. The blow knocks the Butcher, knocking it off balance, staggering, gaining -2 toughness until the end of the round. Shoves the attacker away. Okay, not fun. Let's go with Furious Blow first. Okay, and then that's going to be lining up a shot for our bow user here. Also, just realized I forgot about the -1 to hit. I'm forgetting almost everything tonight. My apologies, I'm sleepy. But that's okay. I think everything's working out in the end. I don't think I would have connected there anyways. But back to Jasna here with the bow. 2 dice, 7+. Being 6+ because of that token. 1 to hit. And we know what we're connecting with. The Furious Bedo. Okay, and needing to wound here. Adding 3 to the result. Oh, getting a critical. There's that, I think, gets rid of the reflex effect, which is nice. That might not be... I can't remember. There's a few different responses, and I'm pretty sure a critical wound gets rid of any responses. If reflex is the only one that doesn't fall into that, feel free to let me know for next time for sure. But I think the crit is the only thing that avoids that. Nice. So we end up wounding him for the first time in what feels like forever. Okay. Well, that's nice. That's just very nice. Alrighty. And then next up, let's have 1, 2, 3, 4. Jasna getting in hot here. And 2 dice looking for... Waiting for 5+ to hit. 1 hit. Be nice to be able to get a full round of hits, but we shall take what we can. So there's a failure response. Okay. And for this, we're going to be adding 3 to the result. 6 is not going to cut it. So failure response comes into play. The Butcher lashes out at the attacker's face, striking the back of his hand. Perform basic action, target the attacker. This attack gains Headhunter. We know what that does. Okay, so 2 dice. Looking for 4s. 1 misses. No, they both miss. That is fantastic. Let's see if we can turn things around here. That's something. Okay, that does bring it back to the Butcher's turn, though, which doesn't bode well for us. Okay, so Hugh, that is going to be Jasna. 1 dice, 4+. That's going to be a hit. Oh my goodness, 3 damage. Okay, well, let's see what happens. The body. I feel like someone's been hit in the body before. Yes, in fact, I think... Nope, that's the wrong person. Reduce it in. Yes, Shalosh has. So that is going to be a happy, fun table roll for the body. Ooh, a critical. Pulled over. The blow sends you sprawling and you are knocked down. Okay, well, she's already knocked down. So as far as injuries go, we shall take that. We shall take that indeed. Okay. All right, and they gain another bleeding token, going up to 4. One more, and they are dead. Okay, screaming comes back. Just a fun little aside, definitely going to be facing off against the Screaming Antelope next time, so some little pre-game screams. Fun, fun, fun. All non-death survivors suffer 1 brain damage per monster level. Let's go ahead and do that. So our Lucidin goes down to 2 insanity, gaining 1 lunacy. Excuse me. Yasna goes down to 0 insanity, gaining a 3rd lunacy. Let's take a look at the frenzy table here. Okay, let's get a bunch of insanity back. 1 again. Bummer. And then the rest of frenzy is can't do other stuff either. Speed and strength. Okay, there we go. That's added. And then over to Shalosh, going down to 4 insanity. And also going up to 3 lunacy. Doesn't really matter for her because she was unable to spend survival anyways. Of course, she gets a lot of insanity, going up to 8. And then strength goes up by 1, and speed goes up by 1. Maybe this will be in our favor. And then last but not least, we have Wit, who is going to get knocked down, roll on the brain injury table. 5. Danger seizure. 1 damage to themselves. To the head. Went out of 2 armor. And gaining insanity back at least. Alright, we'll round that up to 4, because I believe you round up. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's nice, that's nice. Okay, and that is everybody. 2 lunacy. Okay, well. Oh, they're knocked down. And our Lucidin is. Oh, dang. So screaming is going to be in play. Let's see. Is there anyone I have that has survival that they can use? Not our Lucidin. Not Yasna. Not you. You could, but you're knocked down, and I don't think you can get yourself back up. I'm just going to check that really quick in the back. In the glossary we go, looking for knocked down. Knockdown survivor. Turn the miniature on its side. Always stand at the end of the next monster's turn. If a survivor is knocked down in the middle of their attack, the remainder attack is cancelled. Knockdown survivors may only spend survival to dodge and cannot spend activation, so bugger. Yeah, so they can't get anyone else up or themselves up. That's too bad. Okay, so screaming is going to be in play for the monsters next turn. But right now it's our turn. And we have 2 people that are up. Let's start off with the bow. So we got 2 attacks. Hitting on Yajna. 3 attacks, actually. Oh, I'm kind of tempted to use the bows. Yeah, I know. I think 3 dice sounds good. Okay. So the bow is going to be hitting on 6s, and we got 3 attacks. That is a full round of hits, and that's the first time that's happened this time. Please no Trappikins. Butcher's Mask. Furious Crown. And please not the trap. Furious Breastplate. Wound Failure, Reflex. Wound explosion. Let's go with this one. Furious breastplate. +2 toughness to this location. We do have +1 strength, and we're adding 3 to this roll. So it's going to be 11. Do we want to do this? Let's do it. So adding 4 to the roll because of the +1 strength. A 2 is not going to cut it, so we don't wound the Furious Breastplate. And then we have Reflex, Wound, and Failure. This one first. Furious Crown. So once again, adding 4. Yes, that will do it. Reflex happens anyways, but let's get rid of an AI card. Go. Reflex 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh, nice, I like that. Discard that. And then Butcher's Mask, Wound. There's stuff there, and there's also a failure response. So let's see. Once again, adding 4, so we're just needing 5s. Nice. Okay, Wound. The blow shocks the Butcher, knocking it off balance. It staggers, gaining -2 toughness until the end of the round. Amazing. So we'll get rid of another AI card. Bye, bye, bye. Butcher, baby, can't you see? Okay, I'll stop that. But I was really glad to wait with a lose then, because now we can attack in the blind spot and have additions to the evasion. And less toughness. Fantastic. 1, 2, going to there. Ready, lose it in. Or lose it in. Let us see. So your -2 accuracy is going to be gotten rid of, essentially, which is nice. And you have an additional speed. So with the Fist and Tooth, this is going to be 2 dice. Hitting on 8s. Alas. It would have been hitting on 7s, but regardless, that is not enough. Bummer. Bummer, bummer, bummer. Okay, well, back to his turn, and he's probably going to kill someone this time. Wild Carve, so we'll start with this. Closest threat facing. Okay, so there we go. 2 attacks for plus. Yes. Okay, well, let's see where those connect with. Beaten Hands for Yasna. Okay, feet armor goes down to 0. Arms take a serious wound. And you're knocked down. Don't need to roll on the happy fun table yet, though, so that's something. And then there's a bleeding token there, I do believe. Oh, and I forgot the Butcher's Scream. We'll do that in just a moment. Okay, a bleeding token onto Yasna. All adjacent survivors, there are none, so that's that. Okay, so Wild Carve is done. Going back to before we do Hugh, just going to go and complete Scream over here. Start with the Butcher's turn. All non-death survivors suffer 1 brain damage per monster level. So, just going to do our Lose It In. And he goes up to another 2 lunacy. Yasna goes down to 0 insanity. And back on the board with 1 lunacy. Shalash goes down to 7 insanity. I don't know if this is fun to see on the screen or not. I did see someone that uses this app actually as part of their stream setup, as I'm pointing at the computer that's not on the screen. And I'm tempted to see if I can figure that out too, because then I can just have it visible for like Eva instead of wiggling it around nonsensically. Okay, so that is 1 Shalash. And then Wit goes down to 3 insanity and 3 lunacy. Okay, well, I got a bunch of lunatics here. Okay, and then back to the next card. We've got Hugh, closest threat in facing. Closest threat, which is going to be our Lucidin over here. So boom. It's going to be 6 pluses to hit. So that's something. And it's just 1 die. Nice. That is a miss. We love to see it. Which brings it back to our turn. Everyone's going to stand up. That is something. Let's start things off with the harp. And lordy. I hope he strums. Oh, it's a fail. Bummer. That's too bad. Okay, so screaming is going to stay in play. Bringing us to... Let's go ahead and do... 2, 3, getting to there. And let's attack with Shalosh first here. Okay, Shalosh using the axe. Did all my gear go? Okay, so she gets 3 attacks because of the extra speed. Hitting on 6 plus, or 5 plus. Okay, 2 hits. We like it a lot. Please. Oh, I've been forgetting to shuffle the hit locations. That's part of the traits. I'm just going to go ahead and do that now before I draw the hit locations. Yeah. First encounter with actually more stuff going on. It was a tough night. Being sleepy for it, but... Oh well. I'd say this is on par with some of the ATO fights that we've gotten into in the other playthrough. And so, it is what it is. Not like a new difficulty for other games per se, but a new difficulty for what I've seen in KDM so far. Ooh, impervious. Impervious. Armored pig shoulder. Oh no! So I am attempting to wound it with a bone weapon. Oh, that stinks. Well, let's do the impervious one first. So we can't actually wound it, and there isn't a crit. So is there any reason to roll? I don't think so. Okay, well, Shalosh gains a extra insanity, going up to 8. Put that down, and then super dense. Alright, well, let's see if we wound. Shalosh's strength is going to be 4. Just need 5s. Oh, we get a crit! So we do wound. And we crit. But the axe breaks. I guess it's kind of thematic. Okay, so we put that back there, and we do wound. Getting rid of an AI card. Oh, this is a slog. Okay. Well. Bone axe is now gone, so we'll archive that. Bummer. Okay. Well. Clear shot. Let's go ahead with our Lucidin here. He's going to stay where he is, because I think this grass has been saving our bacon. Okay. So -2 accuracy. Oh, the Fist and Tooth does really stink right now. Just because the accuracy, but the darts wouldn't really be any better. So let's... You know what? Let's mess around. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's go into there. So getting +1. So this is going to be -1 accuracy instead of -2. Is that worth it? No. Let's just stay where he is for the survival piece. Nah, let's do it. Let's frickin' do it. We go there. So -1 to hit instead of -2. And for Fist and Tooth, we need 9s to hit. Alas, not 9s. Ooh. Ooh. I think I do get one more dice though, because he's got an additional speed right now. Nope. Nope, 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 nope. Nope. Bummer. Alright, well, Cat Bow. Let's do you next with Yasna. So this is going to be 3 dice. Looking for 5s to hit because of the height. Ooh, getting a perfect hit and 2 misses. Perfect hit does some good stuff for us, though. Mainly being Mighty Strike. Gain 2 strength until the end of the next attack. So we get to add bonus strength. So 6 strength. Furious Blow. And let's see, adding 6 to the results. Oh, we critical! Very, very nice. Very, very nice. So I'm going to play that as I did before and say that the crit negates the reflex reaction. Again, if anyone wants to correct me on that, definitely feel free to do so. Yeah, I can't remember if there's one that... in Aeon Trespass, I know that there's one that, which is a similar name, that is never negated. Or does it? I'll have to check that too. Yeah, so feel free to let me know, and I can always look it up myself later too, but I think just going to play it. That does negate the reflex for now. Just going to shuffle these remaining AI cards. I think the fact that no one's died yet bodes about as well as it can, which isn't necessarily saying much. Oh, hello! Oh, dang. Well, thank you for the bad news, man. No worries on being late. You've just been getting beaten around pretty badly. But no one's died yet, so that's something. You only can crit on a crit card, so it still triggers. Bugger. Okay, well, let's see what the reflex be. Unless it's deaf or has 3+ courage, they suffer brain damage equals the monster's level and are knocked down. How much courage does she have? I think she's got none. She's got a single courage. Okay, so brain damage equal to 1. Oh, she's going to have to roll on the table of doom. Back to the table of doom, and happy, happy, fun brain times we go. 5. We've gotten this before. Dealing 1 damage to yourself and every adjacent survivor. So to the personal damage to the hands. Oh, does that cause a chain reaction? And now she's got to... Oh, I think she's going to have to roll another one. But she does get insanity back at least. Getting 5 insanity. That is nice. And yeah, so that would be another severe injury. So that's going to be a roll on the hands table. Ugh. 6. Okay, what is 6 for arms? Contractor. The arm will never be the same. Except for 1 permanent accuracy. This injury is permanent and can be recorded multiple times. Gain a bleed token. And -1 accuracy. Ouch. Okay, I guess that could have been worse, but it also could have been a lot better. Okay. Sure. What to do next? What to do next? I think that was everyone that could go this turn. So back to its go, and let us see how it do. Wild Carve, closest threat facing, so this is going to be Shalosh directly in front. Go ahead and do that. Oh, screaming first. So everyone suffers 1 brain damage. Let's just go from the top here with our Lucidin. Insanity goes down to 0. Gaining 3 lunacy, so that goes back down to 0 as well. Meaning an additional temporary strength and additional temporary speed. I mean, we'll take it. Also, good to see you, mate. How's your day been? Yasna going down to 4 insanity and up to 2 lunacy. And then Shalosh, 7 insanity and also up to 2 lunacy. And wit down to 2 insanity. And up to 1 more lunacy. Okay, no one's dead yet still, so be happy for that. Okay, what card to do next? Now, so gotta remember to shuffle the hit locations. Oh, that is freaking sweet. That's one thing that I can't wait to get for the eventual next home is some sort of display cabinet. Did you get to go to like Costco one or just found one locally? Screening's still there. And back to this. Oh, IKEA, yeah, not Costco. Yeah, the Detolf. That seems like the go-to one for sure. Which Oathsworn minis did you put on display? If you wanted to say chapters is not to potentially spoil it for other folks, I should remember most of them. Okay, now we get back to his cards here. So Wild Carve, 2 attacks, looking to hit on 6s. Nice, that's gonna be 1 hit. See where they take it. The hands. For Shalash. Oh, this is going to kill her. Okay, not because of the hands, but because of the bleed. Going up to 5 bleed tokens. Does 5 mean they're dead, or does 5 mean they die if they get another one? I'm just going to look that up really quick. The glossary we go. Bleed, bleed. Ah, yes. If a survivor has 5 or more bleeding tokens, they are dead. She dead. So we'll put this on Dreaded Trophies. 1, 2, 4, 6, 7, and 10. Ooh, that's awesome. That is very, very awesome. Are you working on painting any other ones right now? Okay, cause of death, Butcher. She is dead. Oh, nice. The witch looks really cool. I think I might have actually painted her just as like a really, really, really quick one. I haven't finished painting that game yet, but I did go on like about a big painting spree through the other chapters, just trying to like get a bunch of them finished. I think I'm up to like 15 or 16. Need to finish the rest though, that is for sure. Okay, well, we've got someone dead. Discard Screaming if a survivor dies. So thank goodness that is gone for now. But we also have trophies. All attack profiles gain after damage, bleed 1. My assumption is you mentioned bandages. I don't remember what bandages do, but just judging from this fight and them apparently being useful for it, my assumption is they help with bleed. Speaking of bleed, just as an aside, since you arrived just recently, here is my slightly kit-bashed Butcher. I had some fun using one of the narrative sculpts from the Gambler's Chest to add a corpse so we could be collecting trophies. Got a couple of head and bloody goo there. Yosh. Yosh. Very cool. Very gore. Such gore, much wow. Okay, so and then there were 3. And that was only his first card. So it was Wild Carve. Was he? Yeah, so he was there. So yeah, it's not gonna matter. He's gonna do the end of this card is all adjacent survivors suffer 1 damage to a random hit location. Our Lucidin gets bonked in the head, going down to 0 noggin armor and up to a 3rd bleed token. Ouchie kibbles. Yeah, that's Wild Carve done. And then next up, infinite kick. Closest threat facing. Closest threat. Boom. Okay, so 2 speed. It's going to be 5 plus because he's got an evasion. That's just going to be 1. Okay, so 1 damage, knockback 5, and gain priority token. So 1 damage. Where does he get it? That's a hand. Taking a light wound. Knockback 5, so he would suffer collision, but he does have tumble when someone would collide with you, or when something, roll a d10 on a 6 plus. Don't suffer collide. Alas, he suffers collide. Bam. And I need to look up collide really quick because I assume it knocks you down, but I can't remember if it causes any damage or not. Collision. They are knocked down. Okay, sweet. So knocked down does not mean damage. That is something. So boom, knocked down. Okay. Well, that's going to bring us to our remaining 2 survivors here, as that is discarded. And I think I just got to go in with some attacks here. So let's start with Wit. And Wit has an extra speed right now, which is going to be nice for the darts that he's rocking. More darts. So 2 dice. Hitting on 6s. That's going to be a full miss. Bringing us over to Yasna. In which case, with the Ket bow, so 3 dice, hitting on 7s. Nice, that is 2 hits, and 1 being a perfect hit, meaning it +2 strength the rest of this, which is nice. And please, no Trapios! Okay, well, let's go ahead and do this one first. So +2 toughness, but we're also going to be adding 5 to it. So let us see. So his toughness is 11. 11! That is perfect! Okay, so what do we have here? Lantern Explosion. Oh, never mind. We don't get a Lantern 10. But we do still wound it, so that's nice. Put that there, get rid of an AI card. Yes! And then we'll do that again for the other one. Ooh, getting a critical, but we can't actually critical. But that is cool. So a deep guttural roar. Unless the attacker is deaf or has 3 plus courage, they suffer brain damage. Okay, they are going to suffer brain damage, Yasna. Going down to 3 insanity, and that also means going back up to 3 lunacy. In which case, they suffer frenzy. Let me take a look and see what frenzy does again. Okay, gain. We're going to round that up to 2. 1, 2. And then they gain another temporary speed and another temporary strength. Okay. Will. Remind me there, or the witch is the one that has the really cool flame thing that they go inside of, right? Okay. There we go. So put that there. And that is the end of... Oops, what have I been forgetting here? All attack profiles gain after damage bleed 1. Did anyone take damage after that had happened? I think our Lucidin did. I can't remember though. I'm just going to roll the dice. I should have said what that was going to be. It would have been a 6 plus was good for us. That's how I've been doing stuff before. So we're just going to keep the bleed as is and go forward. With the staff. Gotcha. Cool. Very, very cool. All right. So just going to shuffle a couple different things here. So we've got 3 AI cards left, and then the basic action. And we still have 3 survivors in game. I feel like this is doable. Okay, so the 2 that we get, and just before I forget, I'm also just going to shuffle the hit locations. I'm also really terrified I'm going to see the trap card soon. I've gotten really lucky with it so far. Okay, what let us see what happens. So AI cards, we have Wild Carve, closest threats, facing. That's gonna have to be you. All right, so 2 dice hitting on 6s. Do you still have a favorite character to play as, by the way? 1 hit, 1 damage, and I do believe this is going to be doing an extra. All attack profiles gain after damage, bleed 1. One question for you. So, if a card already has bleeds, target gains 1 bleeding token, and if the trophy thing says all attacks gain that, does that mean it turns into 2 for this, and it'll be +1 for others? Or I think that makes the most sense. So I think I'll just play it as that. So in which case this is 2 bleed. Oh God, that's terrifying. Oh, nice. Yeah, definitely. There's some synergy there for sure. The question is, so we've got the attacks that focus that have bleed, but then I've also got the first part of Dread Trophies in play, where all attack profiles gain after damage, bleed 1. Does that make anyone that already has it bleed 2? Or is it just remaining bleed 1? It was a good opportunity for a nice drink of water, too. This bleed 2 is not very fun. Okay, cool. I like that. I like that a lot. Let's go with it. In which case, this is wit. Yeah, by the wording, like it feels kind of ambiguous, and like that might be the intent. Because bleed 2 feels too brutal almost. Because it would be, yeah. Let's stick with it. It does feel ambiguous. If anyone knows for sure, feel free to, excuse me, chime in the comments now or at a later date. This will be posted to YouTube too, of course, as well. But yeah, it feels ambiguous. Let's go with that for now. All right, so 1 bleed, and where is he getting hit? The dome piece. Wit has a skull helm, so that's something. Down to 1 armor, and gaining the first bleeding token. And there are no adjacent survivors. That is nice. So put that back. And then the next card, I wonder if this will be Scream. No, it's not. Infinite Kick. Closest threat facing. Nice, so that will be Wit once more. So 2 speed on 6s. Oh, I think that is cocked. I'm going to reroll that. It's... it hits. It wasn't quite cocked enough to warrant a reroll. All right, so 1 hit. In which case, to the body, taking a light wound, which does. They gain a bleed token because of that thing in play now, and then they also suffer a knockback 5, gaining the priority token. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and they are the priorita. I think I'm pretty sure I've forgotten that a few times. I'm just going to put this token beside them, and hopefully that will help me remember. We're not knocked down now, which is good. Okay. Oh, draw another AI card. In which case, Screaming comes into play, so everyone suffers 1 brain damage. Get back to the top with our Lucidin. Oh, you gain a heavy wound. You're already knocked down anyways. And this is going to be your first lunacy. Okay. And then for Yasna, down to 4. Going back up to 1 lunacy. Wit, down to 1 insanity, and up to 2 lunacy. And that's everybody. Okay, and Miss Grammy's come to play. All non-deaf survivors suffer brain damage. Okay, so that's just going to stay put. That is the end of its turn. Let's go and do this thing. Dang. So I don't have anyone that can stand anybody up. That's too bad. Let's go ahead and... You've got the priority token. 1, 2, 3. I think... Oh, do I want to Whisker Harp it, or do I want to attack? I feel like screaming does suck. Oh, let's go ahead and do the attack. Or the Whisker Harp. It feels... Is it worthwhile to do right now? Yeah, because it's got to be gotten rid of anyways. Let's do it. So 6 plus? 8. Nice. So screaming is discarded. And then in which case we have one person who can attack. Let's go ahead and do that. So we got Jasna. Okay, so accuracy -1. That is too bad. We got a bunch of extra speed right now and strength. Right, so 4 attacks. You know what I'm going to do with this? I'm going to do the bow's ability to make hitting more likely. Aim. When you attack before rolling to hit, you may reduce the speed of this weapon by 1 to gain +2 accuracy. So this is going to be 3 hits and +2. Making it 7 plus to hit. Ooh. No, that'll both hit because there's extra accuracy from being up here too. I'm fumbling so many rules this evening. I was saying, I think before you joined, there's been a lot of really fun holiday activities going on, and I am a sleepy lad this evening. Okay, well, 3 hits, that is good, and this would be the perfect timing to see the trap card, shall we? Furious Vambrace, Cleaver, and Furious Gut. Okay, well, that is something. Let's go ahead and do the Cleaver first, and then Furious Gut. All right, so we're adding quite a bit to this. We are adding 5 strength, getting a critical, very, very nice, and also adding, or a Lantern 10 is technically using a crit, getting an insanity. Impervious, we can't actually wound that, that's too bad. It actually really sucks. And then Furious Wound, let's see about this. Yes, yeah, I have. I think there was a turn or two earlier on that I forgot, but I have been shuffling it every turn that I've remembered, which has been the last multiple. All right, Furious Gut. Yep, that'll definitely wound. Butcher is knocked down. Oh my god, the Butcher is knocked down. What? While the monster is knocked down, all reactions are cancelled. Oh, I should have read what the wound thing was. All reactions are cancelled, and all hit rolls succeed on a 3+. Okay. Yeah, I should have done that before, and I don't have anyone else who can take advantage of it anyways. That is too bad. All survivors gain +1 courage. Let's go ahead and do that right now. So Arluzidin gaining courage. Nice. Jasna gaining courage. Nice. And Wit as well. Very courageous indeed. Okay, but we do get rid of one of the eye cards, so let's get rid of that. Well, we're getting there. We are getting there. Only 3 to go, including the basic action. Okay. Okay, so Furious Gut is discarded, and then Furious Vambrace. Once again, adding 5 to this, so just needing a 4. Fantastic. We get rid of another one of the 2 remaining AI cards, meaning including the basic action, we just need 2 more wounds. So his turn, he stands up. He would draw 2 AI cards, but he cannot draw 1 plus AI. I'm assuming he's just going to do his basic action then. Okay, closest threat facing. That is going to be you. In fact, you would have the priority target, so it has to be you for this one. I finally remember that. That's the first time for this whole fight. I think it's happened. Oh, no, it's the second time. I read it one at a time, too. All right, so 2 dice hitting on 6s. That's 1 hit. Hitting Jibade. And, oh, that's a serious wound, so he's knocked down. He will get up again. Target suffers knockback 5 and gains priority target. Bummer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then he's also going to suffer a bleed because of that other thing that's in effect. And then draw AI. Oh, so it's going to be 2 basic actions. Oh, that stinks. So that is discarded. Basic action. So if he's got the priority target and he is knocked down, I assume he's still going to be attacked. Let's go ahead and do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 2 dice, now hitting on 4s. Yes, those both hit. 1 damage apiece. So let's see where they both go. Pants and pentaloons. So light wound and waste armor goes down to 1. Or down to 0. That could be worse. And then up to a 4th lead token. Then he's going to do it again. Closest survivor in field of view. So that doesn't say threat. So that's probably going to be him again. Bummer. So 2 dice. 4 pluses. Yep. Where are these ones hitting? Pants and feet. Okay, so light armor is a serious wound. Pants is a light wound. And then he gains his 5th bleeding token, and Wit is slain. Let's just make that happen really quick here. So other edit thing, cause of death, level 1, butcher, brutal. Okay, well, my goodness. On the bright side, that is the end of its turn. So that's something. It's going to go ahead and shuffle its stuff quick. And we do have Orluzidin standing up. So that is something as well. Okay, so we got those there. Orluzidin is up. Oh, and it keeps falling off. Glue that on at a later date. There we go. Stands up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh. Ooh, we have a question. Do we try and use his Fist and Teeth, which he hasn't been able to connect with? Or do we use the Bone Darts? Where did this get to? They're up here. Ooh, decisions, because the Fist and Teeth are harder to hit. It would be needing basically it would needing a perfect hit to do it, whereas the Bone Darts wouldn't. So I think Bone Darts and Sting here is the play. He's not going to be able to get any specialization progress yet, but right now I just want to beat him. So let's do that first. All right. So how much speed do you have right now? We got 2 speed. That is something. So we got 2 dice hitting on Bone Darts. 9 plus. Got 3 chances though, and all we need is 1. 2 would be preferable. No. Dang. Next up, let's go ahead and go with Yasna. So right now, Yasna's bow is pretty freaking loaded right now, too. Oh, that crap. That actually would have needed 8s to hit because of the -1 evasion. Was one of those an 8? Yeah, need to wound more for sure. Dang, I can't remember. I don't know if you happen to see her, Lisa, but did one of those to hit rolls, was one of them an 8 or was the highest a 7? Because an 8 would have actually hit. Or would it have? Balls to it. It's too late. I'm just going to go ahead and go with Yasna. Yeah. Yeah, so it is +1 to hit there, but I think I still needed... let me just look at it really quick. Let's go back there. So bow darts would have been an 8+ to hit. I think the highest I got was a 7. Might have been an 8? Or was it a 7? I'm just going to reroll 1. Nope. We shall say nada. Yeah, but he's also got one of the cards from the butcher gave him a -3 accuracy, so he's been really struggling to hit anything this fight. So because of that, still going to be a miss. But let's go ahead and move on to the Pekka bow here. So same idea, going to reduce the attacks to 3, gaining +2 accuracy. So that makes it a 6, and then from the perch, that makes it a 4. So 3 dice hitting on 4+. Oh, only 1. Oh, that sucked. Oh, no, that's 2 because of the evasion. Nice. So that's 2 hits. Oh, diabolical. Overpower. Oh, that stinks. Okay, Zone of Doom. Nothing happens there. Perform basic action on the attacker. So from my understanding, the Butcher just ignores this impassable terrain, so he's just going to go boop, boop, boop. In which case, basic action. Dang, that really sucked. I think that trap card might have just cost us this encounter. Like, it was still good. It was quite close, but now we've got the potential to have 3 basic actions, possibly 4 in a row here. And I don't know if these 2 can survive that. But we'll play it out for sure. So basic action, 2 dice, 4 pluses. Yes, those both hit. Okay, so that's gonna be 2 damage to the waist and hands. Okay, waist, boom. All right, hands. We're rolling on the fun table. Five for the arms. Ruptured muscle. The arm hangs limp. You can no longer activate fighting hearts. This injury is permanent. Okay. Let's go ahead and add that. Severe injuries. What's it called again? Ruptured muscle. All right, and this means, so yeah, this kills her because she gets 2 bleed tokens, 1 from the injury and 1 from the card, bringing her up to 5. So she is dead. Oh, yeah, that trap just sewered us. Like, we had a chance, and now I think we're super dead. Bummer. All right, well, let's see. So, shuffle the hit location deck. Although I don't think there's any need to. Draw this. Infinity Kick. Yes, so let's see how this goes. Boom. Let's see. So hitting on 7s. Yep, 2 hits. In which case we got 1 damage to the head and to the body. Well, I just gotta kill Jasmine quick here. Level 1 Butcher. She did. Base bonus +2. Alright, so head and body to our lose it in a second. So body goes down to 1 armor. That's nice. Head takes a heavy wound, so he's knocked down. He's going to not roll on that yet. He's just knocked down. Meaning... Okay, so let's just keep going here. Infinity Kick. Get knocked down. And, oh, yeah, let's get that off now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Knocked down. Okay. Priority targets, draw AI, which in this case is the basic action. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then basic action is 2 dice, 4 plus. 2 dice, 5 plus, my apologies. So that is no hits. That is nice. So rules as written with a knockdown, he gets up at the end of the monster's next turn. So he doesn't get up. So Infinity Kick is the only card we have in play. Closest threat facing. 2 dice, 5 plus. 1 hit. Let's see where he connects with. The waist. Waist armor goes down to 1. That's not too bad. And then draw an AI, so basic action. 2 dice, 5 plus once more. That's just 1. Oh, I'm forgetting to add bleed tokens. So that would be 1 bleed token. And then... Yeah, I think dead right now, actually, because he connected. I can't spend survival, and this will get me the 5th bleed token. Yeah, that is a wrap. Or lose it in the second. Survives the longest, and is no more. He shall be reincarnated for next session, as or lose it in the third. Ouch. Yeah, so that is the first defeat. That fight was longer than I expected, for one thing. More challenging, but not in a bad way. The trap at the very end, and just some really crappy to hit rolls, and then having the -3 accuracy on our Lucidin, like, really made it a tough go. But yeah, I think it was that last trap that was it. Like, if even just got 1 wound there, I think that would have been a huge difference. Too bad. Too bad. Well, let's go back to the Butcher story here and see what happens. All right. Butcher story was in at 169, so let's pull that out. 130, 73. Really good learning experience, though, that's for sure, of having an idea of what's coming for later stuff. See the tree. Was it 69? Yeah, there we go. Alrighty, so defeat. The Butcher rampages through the settlement. Everyone escapes into the darkness until it leaves, but all resources in the settlement storage are lost repairing the destruction. Okay, well, on the bright side, I don't think we had anything left there, so that's okay. So he comes in and kills everyone fighting him, and then just pieces out, breaking whatever he can. So we definitely don't get any rewards. Well, let's go into the settlement phase here. This stuff. Yeah, that was a tough one. I had some really poor luck, but it was still close. Like, if it didn't come to that trap card, who knows? I might not have won anyways, but had a really good chance to. Tough one for sure. But I think, as you were saying, if this is kind of like the check, I could have won. And again, not exactly min-maxing or an expert in all the gear crafting and such, so cool to learn, and I look forward to facing him again in the future, and hopefully he won't reduce me to a pile of blood. Phase. 69, knock that is standing. Here we go. Okay, so our Lucidin dead. Actually, first level 1 Butcher dead. There we go. Lasting Integrity. Okay, so death counts up to 7. We've got 8 endeavors. That's fun. We don't have any resources, so we can't really make anything. Or do anything at all, in fact. I'm kind of tempted to... Let's see, what endeavors can we do? Okay, so we can't make anything there. We can't make anything here. We can make stone noses for endeavors, so kind of tempted to do that. It's easier at level 2 because it's much later. Oh, nice. Augury and try and hit intimacy. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. So nothing there. There's shared experience as well. Where is... Oh, there's Augury. Cool. So we got the organ grinder. Let us see. Let's go ahead and do Augury. So we'll start with that. We're down to 7. And rolling the d10. Getting a 5. Gain +1 survival. I guess I should be doing this on someone. We got alive. Isodon, your survival is 2. Elakar is also at 2. Delinar can't gain or do anything, so I think it's time to just make a couple more survivors here. Let's go with female. What's a good Stormlight name here? Actually, just for starters, let's do our Lou. Is it in? The 3rd. There we go. And create. They have 2 survival. It's gonna make 1 more survivor for now too. What'd be a good female name? Yumi. Let's go with that. Oh, no parents to choose from. Create. And then Yumi's going to roll on the table here too. Getting a 2. Oh, thank you. Yes, I totally did. Let's go back and do that first. 2. Lose a resource. If you do, gain 1 understanding, so nothing happens because we don't have any resources. Let's draw a settlement card and see what we get. Lights in the sky. The spectacular light show erupts against the limitless darkness above. Swirling, vivid trails streak overhead. They lift everyone's spirits. How nice after everyone's died. Fantastic. The settlement's collective imagination is set aflame. After rolling for any endeavor, you may add 1 or 2 to the result. Oh, nice. So this would have been a benefit before and will be for the rest. So we have graves, we don't have face painting, and we do have inner light. So we've got a few different things we can do. Graves, once per settlement event phase. I'm just going to do all this. This sounds awesome. We've got quite a few endeavors, so let's do it. Okay, so we can also add... Rolling for any endeavor, you may add 1 or +2 to the result. Cool, so let's do this one first. Gaining a 2. The settlement celebrates the lights of the departed as a streak. Let's gain 2 survival. Yeah, so even adding 2, that's just going to be it. So gain 2 survival. And I don't know if that's going to matter for anybody. Let's take a look at Yumi. Yumi can gain 1. Cool. And then the other one, let's do that one as well. A 1 on the dice roll. Gain a fighting art of my choice. Well, that's very interesting. Very interesting indeed. Any recommendations on a fighting art there, Arluza? Timeless Eye is amazing. Nice. One of my folks already has Timeless Eye. Good to know it's good. Monster's Claw style is great. Let's take a peek at that one. I think I saw it earlier. Yes. Your Fist and Tooth gains +1 accuracy, +1 strength, and savage. Hey, you know what? That's perfect. Let's go with that, and we'll stick that on our Lose It in the third. Heck yeah. Alrighty, or Lose It in the third. You gain Monster Fighting, Monster Claw style. Fantastico. Sweet. That is awesome. There we go. Alright, so those can only be done once per settlement phase. So those are completed. In which case it makes it down to 4. Let's do one more roll of the augury. 6, and I can add 2 to this if I want to. Perfect. A+ is intimacy. Fantastic. Okay, what page is intimacy on? 133. Okay, let us do this thing. So there's 1 dice. 1! So luckily I can add 2 to this. Oh no. Let's see if I want to. Yes, I do want to. Bummer. So adding 2 makes it a 3. So instead of the couple dying, instead the female survivor perishes with a child, which is obviously not great. The male survivor mourns, gaining a random disorder and +3 insanity. Okay, well, let's just go ahead and split the population down to 14. Death count up to 8. And just say it was just some random unnamed person. Survivors, I kind of think that in this case, well, let's do Dalinar. Let's do Dalinar. So 3 insanity and a random disorder. Disorders, where are you at? Oh, yeah, you're already out here too. Coprolalia. You have compulsive tics in the form of sporadic muttering, cursing, whimpering, and screaming. All your gear is noisy. You are always a threat unless you are knocked down, even if an effect says otherwise. Okay, that doesn't sound fantastic either, but we shall take it in stride. Luckily, this person's not really going out and doing fighting, even though they have the Amasai fighting arts. They're severely hindered by their severe injury, so that's fine. Okay. And then I think with the remaining 3 things that I have, you know what? I think 3 might be too many. I'm going to try the augury one last time. Going down to 2. 5. Okay, that's going to be 1 survival. Let's see. Yumi's got 2. Delnor's got 0, but he can't get any. Okay, so yeah. 1 survival's going to do nothing. And then I'm just going to create 2. Let's see. Show only. Oh, dang. So I actually do have quite a few things left. Just wanted to make sure. So the lose condition was everything in the settlement is gone, if I recall. Just gonna check. But all resources in the settlement storage are lost. Okay, so everything is kaput. No more of that. No more bones. No skull. No lion claws. No lion testes. No sinew, and no white fur. Womp 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 womp. Okay. Organ grinder. Get this. Stone noses. 1, 2. Here, filters, and then owned. Let's see. So I did lose a bone axe because of a super dense location, which was the first time. Okay, so that is that done. Ouch! Yeah, that was a demoralizing encounter. Cool fight, but definitely changes how the settlement stage goes. That's for sure. So looking at the timeline, next up we are in Lanternier 5. Just gonna look at the paper really quick because I'm still trying to figure out how the app shows things. Okay, so we just finished 4, and so next time we're going to be 5. So I guess we'll start with Ends of Heat before facing off against the Screaming Antelope next Wednesday. And hopefully with some new-ish survivors, it'll go a little better than it did this evening, but that's all right. That's what learning's for. And yeah, we'll come back strong next time. Arluza, always a pleasure. Obviously won't be chatting to you for at least a week or so. So happy holidays to you and your family. Have a wonderful holiday time. And yeah, thanks for hanging out as always. Woo! Merry Christmas indeed. Take care.